My name is Audra Doyle, and today I have a tale of two biometrics appointments. A biometrics appointment is an appointment that immigration sends to my clients who are applying for specific benefits. Usually it's for a green card. It could be for a work card. It could be for DACA. There's several reasons why a fingerprint appointment will have to be made. And they don't say fingerprints because it's more than that, it's biometrics. And what happens is that the client will receive a notice in the mail. It will say, you have a biometrics appointment, here's the date, here's the time, fill in the second page before you arrive, bring these documents and go to your appointment. Okay, sounds pretty straightforward. But today I heard from two different clients, just taking a little informal survey about what really happens during the biometrics appointment. And both of these clients went to Atlanta to the ASC. And I went over there a few days ago, made a video. I'm going to upload a video to YouTube to show you what that looks like. So our ASC, Application Support Center in Atlanta, moved a few years ago. It used to be on Collier Road in a big warehouse-looking building. Now it is off of Chamblee-Tucker Road over in Tucker. And this biometrics office is in a shopping center. So the first thing I noticed when I drove over there the other day is that you have to turn at the McDonald's and you have to drive into the shopping center. There is a Big Lots, there's a McDonald's. If you see those two things, you're in the right place if you're going to the Atlanta ASC. The second thing I noticed, which was good, is that it is clearly marked. It has a big blue sign, and they even spelled it out, Application Support Center, right there on the top of the building. So you'll see Big Lots, a big orange sign. Next door, you'll see in blue letters, Application Support Center. Okay, my clients went, and the first client said she went to the Application Support Center. She went inside, handed over her notice. They said, please move forward into the next room. She went into the next room. She was called, fingerprinted, photographed, and she was out the door in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So that's the first tale. She was in and out in 5 minutes. The second tale. Another client told me very recently, I think both clients had appointments within the same month. She said she went inside, turned in her notice. They said, please move on to the next room. Well, when she got there, there was a line. Have you ever seen those lines at the amusement park where you have to go through the line like this? Or maybe the security line at the airport, you know, and you have to wind your way around. She said she had to stand in one of those lines, and the place was completely packed with people. She went through that line, must have taken at least 30 to 45 minutes. Then she finally made it to the next room. Remember that my first client was in. She got to the next room. They said, please sit down. And she said it was like the DMV. She had to sit down and wait. They didn't call her up immediately because they were so backed up with applicants that day. She sat there for another 15 minutes, finally got called up to the window, fingerprints done, and photograph done. One client, it took 5 minutes. The other client, 1 hour. There's nothing different about their two cases. So I want you to know, I want you to budget your time. You could be one of the lucky ones at the biometrics appointment office, and you could be done within 5 minutes, but you know, maybe it's going to take an hour to get through that big line like my client experienced. All right, I've got a comment. Hello, Shanaz. Yes, she says, I've been waiting for my mom's case. It's still in the Pakistani embassy. Yep, and have I received any response from Islamabad embassy? Please let me know. Thanks. Shanaz, I have not received a response from the Islamabad embassy. And so it is on my task list that I'm going to, once again, reach out to them again, and I'm going to contact you with the next steps because I think it's time to move on to the next steps of the case. But we'll talk about that in an email. All right, so the two people had biometrics appointments, a tale of two biometrics appointments. One took 5 minutes, one took over an hour, same place. last things that I want you to know is that a few of my clients have received appointment notices for strange times. And that is the truth. That is actually not a mistake. If you get an appointment notice for 6:30 a.m., go. Don't think that they made a mistake and go at 8:30. They really are having appointments that early in the morning, sometimes later in the evening as well. So I definitely want you to pay attention to the time, be on time, have your paper filled in, and give yourself at least an hour to get in there and get this done. That is all that I have to share with you about biometrics. I hope you see how does it work. And it's very well marked. The building looked nice. It's just a little strange that you have to go next to Big Lots to get your fingerprints done for immigration, but okay.